So, ChatGPT has been banned in Italy. It's literally just happened, according to Mike. But yeah, earlier on in the day, they announced that they were going to be banning ChatGPT over in Italy. And basically, there was a data breach on the 20th of March involving like user conversations and payment information. So that's one reason they've stated for why they're doing this. And then there was also they were also concerned about there being no way to verify the age of the app, and it exposes minors to unsuitable answers compared to the degree of development and awareness. And then there was stuff about misinformation as well on the app. And so they have 20 days to say how it'll address the concerns. Otherwise, they'll be under a penalty of a fine of 20 million euros. So that's what's happened. Now, I can send you the original statement, and it's in English. Okay, we got the original statement here. Yeah, there is Tate News as well. Okay. Oh, this is what you sent me, actually. So, artificial intelligence to stop to ChatGPT by the Italian SA. Personal data is collected unlawfully. No age verification system is in place for children. So, no way for ChatGPT to... It's not like a solid translation, I don't think. I don't know. No way for ChatGPT to continue processing data in breach of privacy laws. The Italian SA imposed an immediate temporary limitation on the processing of Italian users' data by OpenAI, the US-based company developing and managing the platform. An inquiry into the facts of the case was initiated as well. So, a data breach affecting ChatGPT's users' conversations information on payments by subscribers to the service had been reported on the 20th of March. So that was the big... That's probably what the thing they're basing the ban on the most. But ChatGPT is best known among relational AI platforms that are capable to emulate and elaborate human conversation. In its order, the Italian SA highlights that no information is provided to users and data subjects whose data are collected by OpenAI. More importantly, there appears to be no legal basis underpinning the massive collection and processing of personal data in order to train the algorithms on which the platform relies. So I feel like a lot of this comes down to people are very afraid of AI and the possibilities of these kind of AI programs. So they want to... It's caught the attention of a lot of people at this point, and they want to look into it and investigate. Did come under fire absolutely for the data breach. Yeah, I think again anyone should come under fire for data breaches like that. That's obviously a bad thing. But I think that's the thing they're really pinning their authority to investigate this and put some pressure on ChatGPT and OpenAI. But yeah, in its order, let's see, where are we up to? In its order, the Italian SA highlights that no information is provided to users and data subjects whose data are collected by OpenAI. More importantly, there appears to be no legal basis underpinning the massive... Oh no, I've read that. Okay, hold on. As confirmed by tests carried out so far, the information made available by ChatGPT does not always match factual circumstances, so that inaccurate personal data are processed. So there were also concerns about misinformation on ChatGPT, which is a bit of a concern because when it's collecting a wide variety of data from all over the internet, there's a lot of incorrect stuff on the internet as well as factual stuff. So it could pull some of that in. That is something to be concerned about with this kind of technology. But I don't know. I don't know how you can sift through that. I'd have to assume for the most part it will probably collect more factual data than more misinformation. And there probably is ways to when someone tries to search for conspiracy theory stuff through chat or get an answer to those conspiracy theories through ChatGPT, it probably doesn't allow stuff like that. It has a lot of blocks on certain things where it's I can't, as an AI, talk about this. Finally, the Italian SA emphasizes in its order that the lack of whatever age verification mechanism exposes children to receiving responses that are absolutely inappropriate to their age and awareness, even though the service is allegedly addressed to users aged above 13, according to OpenAI's terms of service. This is another the kids. It's about the kids kind of thing, which honestly, like, most of these apps like require some sort of age verification. That's just kind of the way it is. Although, listen, if kids want to find inappropriate stuff on the internet, it's not too hard. They don't really need OpenAI for that. OpenAI is not established in the EU. However, it has designated a representative in the European Economic Area. It will have to notify the Italian SA within 20 days of the measures implemented to comply with that order. Otherwise, a fine of 20 million, like we spoke about earlier. So, I think what's going to happen is, again, we've just had ChatGPT block Italian users. So, for these 20 days, they're probably going to add some sort of age verification thing, and then they're just going to have to comply with whatever they want to know about the data breach. And then it'll probably go back up, more than likely, just with like the age restrictions on there. They might do that worldwide. Who knows? Wired, Italy also contacted OpenAI, and I imagine the PR team answered that. They said, we've disabled ChatGPT for users in Italy according to the request of the Italian Garante. I don't know how you say that. We are committed to protecting people's privacy and believe we have complied with the GDPR and others' privacy laws. From OpenAI, they also let it be known we are actively committed to reducing personal data in the training of our AI systems like ChatGPT, because we want our AI to learn information about the world, not with respect to individuals. We believe that regulation on AI is necessary, so we intend to work closely with the regulator and educate them on how our systems are built and used. OpenAI finally makes it known that our users in Italy have let us know that they find ChatGPT useful for everyday tasks, and we expect to be able to make the service available again as soon as possible. So yeah, I think they're going to comply. I think they'll comply. They'll like go over it with whoever they need to, and again, the age verification will go in place. They should release the code. Yeah, make it open source. Just like, isn't that what Twitter's doing? Twitter's putting all their source code on like GitHub. Well, they've been putting a lot of it on GitHub, which is actually kind of cool to see. I kind of like that. You know, for all the bad stuff you can say about Twitter, I think that's pretty cool. It's going to be spaghetti code. It probably is. Not going to lie, no, wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it also mentioned in this BBC article that apparently, I didn't know this, but the EU is currently working on the world's first legislation on AI. So, I don't know how you write legislation for this stuff. It would have to be so specific, and there's so much you'd have to be educated on to try and understand this. I feel like it'd be so difficult to like write legislation for this, but honestly, if anything does go through, which will probably have some sort of restrictions on AI, it's gonna be rough for like the growth of AI, because we've had like a lot of these like AI kind of tools rapidly grow over the last year or so. Like I feel like Mike was looking at this stuff before it really like took off. Like I remember when we were playing the Star Wars: The Old Republic, Mike was messing around with some of the AI art stuff, and then I felt like it was like 6 months later it exploded and there was AI art stuff everywhere. And now it's AI everything these days. But yeah, it's probably going to affect the growth of AI, and like, again, some of these regulations are going to be necessary for stuff like this. I mean, it's probably a good thing we have regulation, but it's also gonna, you know, have an effect and slow down how quickly we're developing these technologies. But it is what it is.